1991年秋、ズールーネーションのメンバーアフリカイスラム、ウィッパーウィップ、そしてメリー・メルが来日した。
No, you can do it in their house. You just buy the equipment, you just do it at home. You take the tape, master it, boom. It's a cut and dry thing. Real, you know, it's real easy to produce.
Yeah. That's rock. That is the what do you call it? Spirit of rock.
I definitely wasn't off Pepsi to take that much time.
彼らズールーネーションのメンバーの来日には、自らのコンサートの他に日本のヒップホップアーティストを発掘しプロデュースするという目的もあった。
Mel, how is it to be from the old school and still like rap now that everything has changed so much to rap scene?
Well, it's hard because people think you're an old man. You see, because being that I started out so young, right? There's like a lot of guys like Hammer, he's older than me. Flavor Flav and Chuck D, all these guys is older than me, right? But people see me as an old man because I started when I was young. So it's like you always gotta prove yourself like twice again because they figure that you just ain't got it no more.
It's all learned from our Zulu beats of LML. About men know it's on you, so what you gonna do? The place to be to throw down. The house we gonna get this all around because Islam is on the wheel to steal. You know the better down that is the real deal with other quickness. I got the speed of a leopard. Back to beat the sheep like a shepherd. The blind, the deaf, the few, the dumb, the weak, the strong, the right, the wrong. You can all come and get some, but the bump, the rush is cold, crushed. Crazy grass, the fight, the dust, talk about ashes, the ashes, dirt, the rhyme expert is doing the work, so it hurts. But first, I'm a bust, I have this 6 line. Used to be down with flash in the whole 9 yards. Never started to run, don't feel backstage, get paid to do so. For the first time.
彼らが来たのはそのズールーネーションのアーティストを日本からも世界に紹介しようということでプロデュースのためにやってきた。彼らは最初にここで言ってたみたいに自分たちの住んでるブロックでのそのカルチャーみたいなものでスタートして、それで自分たちのいろんな不満なこととか自然発生的に出てきたわけだから、それをだから日本人がやろうとしたら僕無理だと思うし、日本人は日本の不満っていうものをラップで表せないと思うね。ラップじゃないもので表した方が僕はいいというのは、どうしても借りたものを使ってやってるっていうそうさんくささがね、結構そういうふうな本物に聞こえないのだからカンアーティストみたいに聞こえちゃう。ずっしりとした重みが全然ないんですよ。
アフリカイスラム、80年代世界のトップ DJ として活躍し、現在アフリカ・バンバータに代わってズールーネーションのリーダーとしてその重責を果たしている。
And now, brothers and sisters, get on down. Okay, we're gonna do the I feel like hacking food. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep it going under. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep it going under. Dance, man. It was a competitive source that you could parallel it to tribes in Africa that chanted and fought against each other in the sense of cultural rhythms of Rastafarians in Jamaica, which did the same chanting. It was very close to it.
That's where it derived its roots from. And it wasn't a primitive form until 1976. And our means, instead of making bands, our means of a band was a DJ and a mic, a DJ and a rapper.
The place you play and where you stay looks like one great big alleyway. And you admire all the number book takers, stuff bigs and pushers and the big money makers. Driving big cars, maybe 20s and 10s. And you wanna grow up to be just like them. Smoking, scrapping, burglars and gamblers and pickpocket peddlers, even the panhandlers. You say I'm cool, yeah, I'm no fool. But then you wind up dropping out of high school.
We owe it to the forefathers who started it. Whether it was an Indian chief beating the drum or whether it was an African chief beating the drum, as a means of communication. And now it's a means of communication. It's a subculture, and now the subculture is not basically black and Hispanic. The subculture is, as you can tell, we're in Japan.
Right.
And the subculture is unique because it's a youth movement that's developed itself and overcome such means as it didn't take a lot of money to do it. People didn't do it for the money. They did it because they loved the love of art. So it was natural. It came from the heart. And it was a way of self-expression, a way of status, a way of showing abilities, and a way of strengthening one's own self-esteem, mind, body, and soul, and the spiritual realm.
You get your best shot, don't miss. Fellas, you wanna be too? How you coming in one? But one of the few you see nothing's gonna stop them. Be sure that my famous is progress. It's definitely the best. Your parents all for my social lyrical business. Don't bring a chaperone, you want to witness.
Oh, the suck is milk and cannon. He's charming man, a devil is a killer. I'm that chicken. You should be better than my world, no matter when I do.
日本人の母とアメリカ人の父を持つ DX。 元暴走族のリーダーだった彼はブレイクダンスとラップミュージックとの出会いが人生の転機になったという。
僕なんかにしてみればお金なんかないし、アメリカ旅行行くのももう本当に一生懸命ね、いろんなバイトしていかなきゃいけないし、で向こうの人はその日本の国のことを言ってるだけで、ただもう向こうに行くと日本人はお金持ってるからって言い方されるのがやっぱすごい辛いし、そういうのも分かってもらいたいし、その日本のそういう中にも人差別っていうのがあるっていうことも分かってもらいたいし、逆に言えば日本の批判もしたい。ただ自分の不満だけを言うのは嫌だから、そうするとやっぱりね、なんか文句言ってるだけだって言われちゃうから、
それじゃあどうするそれに。
だからもっと勉強したい。だからラップじゃなくてもうちゃんとそういう、僕マルコム X とかもすごい勉強してるの。だから自分たちの歴史も勉強してるし、マルコム X とか例えばマーティン・ルーサー・キングとかファラカーンとかってあの人が言ってる本とかもレコードとかも買って聞いたりとかして、で逆に言えばそういう白人の人たちの言ってることのやつも勉強してるし、だから本当誰が悪いとかそういうんじゃなくて、どっかでね一本ひねくれた人がいてこうやってぐちゃぐちゃってしてるわけでしょ。日本でもきっとそうだから、それで梶山っていうああいう人みたいに一言余計なこと言わなければ、あんなね、僕ちょうどその時期行ってたからね、ロサンゼルス行ってたから、すごいもう
反応どうだった？周りの人に。
バスでいるでしょみんな。ね、バス乗る時にポップコーン投げられたり。
アフリカイスラムプロデュースによる日本人ヒップホップアーティストのレコーディングが開始された。
OK、大丈夫かな。はい、よろしくお願いします。
Well, the Zulu Nation the membership is over 250,000 members in the world, and at the same time, We control all the hip hop DJs and the dancers and the rappers that are in the world. We control ourselves. We control our industry. We're really one of the true art forms that control our own destinies. We have an ability to direct and dictate what the youth of tomorrow is going to hear.
It began in Africa. Thousands of years before the coming of the black prophet Jesus. As a matter of fact, archaeologists now admit Africa is where it all began, evidently. It began with an inventive black man, perhaps astounded at the beauty of the universe around him.
What does it all mean?
It's been a long time. I took the left feet. Been a long time. I took the left feet. Without a strong rhyme to step to. Been a long time. I took the left feet. Without a strong rhyme to step to. Been a long time. I took the left feet. Without a strong rhyme to step to. Think of how many weeks shows and slept through. Time's up. I'm sorry I kept.
I just dwell in what I do well. And my first passion is communicating with the people. And because the people is me. You know, and I like information, I like truth, I like facts, because I'd like to translate that in a language where my children understand and grow up and understand that you're not inferior, you're equal. You're not superior, you're equal.
Say hell yeah! Oh yeah! Everybody clap your hands like this here. Put them hands together. Say what? Yeah, we're about to put the bricks on his head. Trump put me, cause I'm close to. Sing along, everybody! Hey, if this song somebody said, it's like the trumpets and ties. It makes me wonder how I keep them going under. There it is, Africa. Like the trumpets and ties. It makes me wonder how I keep them going under. To the French, you forget. I'm brother to the fast on my mother's team. Sex working too much is just not healthy. All my children in the daytime, girls at night. Can't even see the game or simple with fight. Still connected, ring my phone. Tell my wife for when I'm not home. I got a phone dedicated of a ticket. The place you can take the train to the job. Get distracted the station. Ain't one week, I'm standing on my back. Can't stop, turn around. Broke my sack, feeling. Big migraine, cancer, memory. I think I'm gonna say.
Once you get into the rhyme, it's on.
Yeah.
But remembering the rhyme, the entire rhyme, the full segment of the rhyme, sometimes it's hard to find it. And then it just pops up. It's like, yeah.
So what do you do when you forget it? Like you kind of improvise a little bit of it.
But you got to do it right, because if you fuck up, you'll look real stupid.
Yeah.
You know, some people fuck up and you can cover it up sometimes. You know.
You look like this.
We gonna go downstairs. It's showtime, right? And we gonna be like, yo, Ed, man. You know, fucking drunk.
Drunk out.
It's yo, Mel, what you doing? My drunken style is quite effective. Give me that microphone. Sit down, cause a brother like me is known to get down. Def Jeff, that's the favorite line of mine.
Rap is taken from bebop and skit scat. If you look back into history, that's where it originated from. The beatbox is nothing, you know, it's the same with Bobby McFerrin does, but you know, Dougie Fresh and Biz Markie do it to a rhythmic passage as well. But I believe that was inherited through the onslaught of slavery on, with the soulful and the blues, which emanated, and then you had a style of rap which, you know, directly came from the 1960s of the Black Panther movements and the, you know, the civil rights movements, where chants were pronounced, you know, free at last, and you know, give peace a chance, where the chants, and at the same time you're dealing with people like Gil Scott-Heron and the Last Poets, which originated the power poetry style over music, you know, which evolved into the rap style that it is of today.
Plus one more, raw for sure. You can never ignore the fact that we're back. It was only a joke to do when we get down and rap. So here today, after the road's been paid, studio lays in the trains are getting paid. Look me up and down, funny facts. Until I'm on fire, then it's yo, who's that?
So when you do a rap, when you first start to make a rap, what's is it like some news you hear or something you see or some experience you have? Or?
I'm not trying to, like a lot of people use things to get over. Some people go on this political thing, other people's on, they're on some old hype. I rap, let's see, what can I say about that? It's what I feel, what I feel, what I do. I see a fine girl with a big ass and some nice tits, I'll write me a fly joint about a big ass and some nice tits. No, let me stop. But not really. But that's pretty much how it is. That's really how it is. Yo, man, wake up, man. I can't sleep. You can't sleep.
Somebody say go, Melly, go, Melly, go. Go, Melly, go, Melly, go. I say go, Melly, go, Melly, go. Go, Melly, go, Melly. I'm coming back with the quickness, with the speed of the leopard. Back to beat the sheep like a shepherd. The blind, the deaf, the mute, the dumb, the weak, the strong, the right, the wrong. You can all come and be the song of the wrong, the rush, cold crush. Crazy grass, the bite, the dust. Talk about ash in the ash, dirt, the dirt, the rhyme expert. As though we work till it hurts. Power of the line to use my hands to put the pen to write the word that fits the song that got men, women, the children of all ages. I'm paying and playing when I'm relaying. You know what I'm saying? High caliber rhyme, I'll give a rattler. Not at a time, not at the line like a scattergun. Running letters, a second best. I'm off the hook, in the house, that's always on. So bad they can't do nothing to me. People to carry a pen. I use mine like a Uzi. Cause I'm a Uzi for hire. I turn papers to dollars, and I'm the hardest, smartest recording artist that ever lived.
A lot of rappers' downfall is the fact that they don't work their craft toward like the full aspect of what rap is, but then that's only because they don't know the full circle of rap, like starting from the pen and the pad stage to the crowd stage to the record stage, and then maybe even to the video stage. A good 85% of all the rappers, if you was to tell them, well, say a rhyme that's other than the records that you produce or a record that you're going to put out, they couldn't rhyme for you. They just couldn't just say straight rhymes. They could only write records, and your craft is always going to get sharpest when you're writing the rhyme.
You got your songs that you got on your record. Now to be able to say something else besides that shit, to be able to rap off the top of your head, you know what I'm saying? We're sitting on the floor at an interview. It's just four, and I'm in you. You got the camera in my face, and I'm blowing it off the top of my head, and I'm flowing with it. Here I am, I'm drinking sake, not a karate, not a disc jockey, but an MC Prince who rocks the microphone and whip a whip, living like a samurai. Leave me alone, you know? Just top of the head shit. It could be done
sharp. I couldn't
all
do that.
day.
I couldn't do that.
All day.
Nah, but he's sharp.
You know?
And that's a perfected craft. That's a craftsman.